It was good here. Right, nighttime peeing, simple life. Now, I would never empty those in a car park like this. What are we doing? Why have I turned the camera on? Yeah, now, over the next few years, it's been the same project forever. Yeah, you have. Now, I've written bits and bobs about to have this kind of person as, I don't use the word influencer, but somebody who is messaging the next generation, somebody that doesn't even know that if you take pills over a few months, painkillers. I mean, I don't know, never. In fact, I haven't told anybody. No, that's actually a lie. I tried to tell my job woman, like, I'm on the verge of absolute, in fact, it is agony, but I might have to go to hospital and get a crumbled molar dug out because it is so painful. But I wouldn't take painkillers. Professor of whatever he is, how dare he think he should have 1 millisecond of somebody's interest particularly in the younger generation. I mean, I just happened to, in 2020, looking to see, does anybody have anything interesting to say about this? I mean, actually interesting. Like, come on, everybody, live on, get out in the sun. I ended up, by the end of 2020, fitter than I've ever been in my life because I was doing 75 kilometres a week. Anyway, but the most important thing is do new things. Not crosswords, new things, difficult things in the community. Right, to the point. Now, watching paint dry. Yes, bits and bobs of videos. Now, I used to get these off. You just buy them off eBay. You get, I don't know, 500 gigabytes for £10 or £8. I used to buy loads of them. But yeah, everything is full up. It's very hard to do things. I've got bits of like data on each one that had 7 gigabytes. 7 gigabytes free, not anymore. So yes, I can get 30 terabytes for a terabyte for £30 in quite a good little shop in one of the towns in this area. One of these, which is a terabyte, and I need a couple of them. Have I even mentioned that? So if you're sick of watching paint dry, it does get. I've got years more stuff to just share because I actually like sharing it. I don't know why. It's because stuff needs to be out. More intelligent stuff than creeps like this guy. I mean, all of these people, they're just been a joke. I mean, you look at the latest Russell Brand, there he is with his sunglasses on and dyed hair. I'm sure he talks about the environment. No, I've been a professional pilot for 18 years. Like you look up Citation Max, but I used to fly deliberately lower level, cheaper planes because it's more fun. You can swoop down around glaciers and between mountain tops. You don't have to stay up under the control. Anyway, to the point, because I have so little battery. What was I going to say? Yeah, only ever turn a camera on showing where I am when I'm planning to go. Yeah, so I have like a kind of, I don't know, I want to only really go backwards now around my route, but slight holding patterns. But I only ever come somewhere every couple of weeks. You never know who's wishing to cause you issues. I've turned this camera on for a reason, and I know what it is. Yeah, just for fun. I'm going to try and hustle this. I mean, I deliberately I don't think there's anything private. I know exactly where the line is. Yes. No, there's no personal email here at all. Right, so we get Kirsten from the Wayward Home. So I just clicked on... I actually almost did it just to critique, for fun. Like the Wayward Home, which is a YouTube van lifer. Oh, I know why I turned the camera. Van life video channel. It's just horrifying. Actually, no, I tell a lie. It's fake book. And then she gets you to click on other things, which I don't mind doing that. But you click on the, and I just wanted to actually critique it. You click on the download my free 9 steps to making millions on Facebook, which I would never do. Facebook has totally damaged rural communities, totally damaged families in Britain, and I got a great chronicle of that. So then you get an email from every other day, the sales spiff. But okay, that's naughty. But yeah, they have people on there moaning, oh, there are these bad things. And the latest one is, oh, it is illegal to sleep in your... Nobody gives a fuck. There's always somewhere to sleep. Right, super simple van life. I mean, my life is so ultra... In fact, it's the only way I can actually... The way I've been able to... This is my mouse mat. Because I just hate touchpads. I just so hate touchpads. But this little piece of shit's only got 2 thingamajigs. And if I have an adapter in, transferring something from, say, one of those, like I am going to spend £30 and get a new 1 terabyte thing. But to transfer things onto something else, you have to keep everything even if the wind blows the vehicle. These crappy consumer electronics. I mean, even this Hewlett-Packard, they're all crappy. Hewlett-Packard and one of these Galaxies, Samsung, yeah. So if there's even one smallest wobble, and it'll interrupt the transfer, and it'll disconnect the external hard drive or whatever. I accept that. I adapt to it. So I'm deliberately parked here where it's not windy. I knew it was going to be manky weather today, so I deliberately parked in this sheltered place so the vehicle isn't moving at all. Not at all. Otherwise, it may be half an hour to transfer over 50 gigabytes from one of those to another, trying to just use the space that I've got, the minimum space. It takes hours. I've been doing it for 3 hours since 5 a.m. today. So if you don't want to watch paint dry, I'm just sick to death of saying it. Anyway, Ralph Gism's got the My Funding doodah on it. No one ever does. Only one guy ever has. Anyway, so be it. But there's a massive surge on it. Ralph Gism the last 5 or 6 weeks. Could be interesting. Who knows? Could be all sorts of people who are like, they've had enough. And I'm just about to put onto, actually, the Facebook for the River Wye. They're trying to expand their lawsuit out to 4 other rivers. Now, I've got the chronicle of how over 20 years, I can name names. You've got Attlee, the Garratts, loads of them. And they'll be involved in this legal case. And I've got recordings, emails going back 20 years, how not one of them ever did anything. If a message went out or you saw somebody in the market, oh, there's a planning meeting coming up. But it's not just the chicken sheds, it's the massive increase of visitors to those areas. So, because I've even got, okay, I'm going to say this for the first time. This. If I went back to the Hay on Wye area, I would get hurt for saying this. If you go to the Hollybush Inn, drive into Hay on Wye. Now, I was based in a field there for 3 years. There's a large tourist riding centre. In 2010 or 11, I've got the film. I'm going to put it up at some point. I couldn't even tell anybody this in 2010-11. To build that tourist riding stables area, they would be down with a JCB and a 44-ton lorry on the protected, scheduled to protected riverbank shingle area, the largest one, where the little ringed plover, a scheduled to protected bird, is their nest ground. It was the only one in the whole area, and they'd be digging the shingle out by the lorry load to use. That's for the building of that stables for tourists. And I bet you they've got every sustainable tourism sticker in the whole world in that valley and at that festival. And that is half a mile from, not even half a mile from Hay Festival. Now, half a mile from Hay Festival, maybe a mile. 2 kilometres, because I'm European. Now, I couldn't even tell anybody that I'd taken that film. 3 times I tried, twice anonymously and once in person, to put it into the Brecon Beacons National Park. So that farm down there, if they knew I'd taken that film, they would have come round and hurt me. Hurt. Just for saving themselves, what, I don't know, a couple of grand in shingle for the massive amount of concrete. Have I got onto that? Oh, yes. Simple van life. So, simple van life. Yes. So, you have these moaning women in the wayward home. What are they called? I didn't actually turn this on to slag her off. I'm going to try and chat her up because she needs a course on, sorry, you need nothing. My rubbish bin is down there. My fruity things. I'll chuck them in a hedge later on. It's perfectly all right to do that. And there's a bin down there for the non-perishable items. Why have I turned this on? Yeah, only by having my space, literally like spaceship capsule, to get the space cadets. It's not to get them, it's the truth of, I mean, there is no hope. And I have the most incredible chat recorded, because when I'm on duty, I always have my recorder on with some stupid, awful, actually an okay woman who's about 65. She was sitting by the sea, and I was just saying, I'm an expert on this environment. It's all damaged. Here's why. The main reason is not the chicken sheds in places like the River Wye. The main reason is the massive increase in time individual people, so en masse, are spending in the countryside without the septic tanks or other facilities, not the municipal facilities. Look up Erdisland. I told her the story of Erdisland. Okay, 500 people census in or the electoral roll in about 2005. By now it'll be 700 or 800 people. There is no municipal drainage or sewerage system. None. Those are the systems that are ending up polluting all the watercourses, and it is so bad, it is beyond critical. So I'm going telling her this for about, and she's kind of agreeing, but her friend with her is like posher, just started to go ballistic. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, you probably think Surface for Sewerage are doing anything. No, doing something means join the council, go into your local pub, do talks. Because the builders, the developers, who are the fault? Well, it's the people who buy the houses as well, of course, the people who sell them to be bought, the people with the barns that they sell to be done up. You have to speak with them. You have to work with them. Many European countries, the systems they put in, the domestic small-scale systems, would have a much greater capacity. Anyway, but more important than anything else, people have to not put anything down the drain. Nothing. Fuck all. The River Wye tests that are down to me, done last November, show in the wettest summer for many, many years, at the end of the summer, November-ish, showed pharmaceuticals showing up. Pet toxins, pet medications and pet pampering products showing up. You've got to stop it. Otherwise, but no, used saying that in the earshot of some posh, really thinks a lot of herself British woman. And she started to go ballistic. I just started laughing at her. Yeah, that's the only time that anyone's ever gone ballistic. Because it matters to them, you see, because they know it's their fault. That woman, she'll probably have properties that she rents out, or her husband or son will be a property developer or farmer who's damaging things. Right, so to operate in this kind of... I'm not interested in being a crusader. I'm just interested in the truth. The next generation can't do anything unless they know the truth. Surfers Against Sewerage with their van painted in foul mouth, that's to attract the girls. They do nothing. If they wanted to do things, they have to join the council, and that's horrible work over years, and fight. And when the councils vote to, okay, we'll let you have your way, then they'll try and scupper the change they've made. So you have to go back the next year, in 3 years, and have the same fight again. It's so boring. But you only have your vote. That's all there is. Surfers Against Sewerage. Oh, the magic of our dreadlocks and barbecues with all the nice, sexy yoga girlies of Greek or somewhere similar. Penzance. The spiritualites of Penzance. You know, that's going to get it all fixed. Oh, yes, by the way, I got so much... I'm not alone in my operation. I have 3 great external forces, female, who it's been fed out to them, and they know exactly what page they're on, and we have the most fantastic chats and stuff, and some of it does have to be shared with the world, and one of them, Imone, is just so funny, and she's on this journey, and it's because of me. So I'm not some atomized but that's dangerous to interact. We went through a wonderful, and this is to encourage her to pass stuff on to her kids, etc., etc. So yes, my cleaning every morning is literally, this is all I have down there, the cutlery. In fact, most of it never gets used. Just one knife, one spoon, that's about it. What else is there? The simple life. Yeah, but you've got all your van people. Oh God, this awful woman. It's van life. You know, fancy her complaining that she can't get her hair done, and she's getting paid by the beast to advertise crap. Okay? No one's paid me a penny ever, except for, I can't remember his name now. I sent him a thank you on PayPal. And it's just cost me money. It just cost me money to keep making stuff. Guess what? I love it that nobody pays me anything, because then it means you're as pure. It's not about purity. It's about, what are you doing? Just wanking off, you know? So the negative, no, it's not. They've all used this horror, but repurpose that word too. I do have a companiera in that as well. Okay? The kind of, the total and utter disingenuity of everybody. I just find is material, and it gives me energy. It also gives you freedom. It means I owe nobody anything. I spent 25,000 hours over 20 years in either, about half and half, but they're the same, they're equal, they're connected. Either the protection of psychologies of young children in families, particularly if there's dysfunction, by a law I even brought in, and environmental thoughtfulness. And you try it the nice way for 3 or 4 years, and then you realise there's no hope because of all the other environmentalists. But those two things are fundamentally connected, because you need 25 to 40-year-old, sound, stable, not gibber, non-narcissistic personality disorder people doing the environment now. And it's all that side, I'm afraid, has just got so much worse. Just listening to kids, listening to teenagers. It's so much worse that there is no hope for the environment, unless somehow, via good culture, the 50 to 80-year-olds are so nuclear bomb fired up. You failed. All of you failed. Every single one of you. Even I failed. I failed to make any alliances work. And I've got plenty of good references that those alliances were sort of teetering along for a few years. And then the people that I was allied to never, ever followed through. Guess what? Every word of it is saved in a chronicle. So no, it's true. It's as simple as that. Right, there we go. The end. But lots to do.